It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, May 24th, 2018. It is 7 a.m. Good morning and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, Jerry Hogan, and the gang.
Welcome back.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Yep.
Glad to have you back.
Spent a little time in Nashville. I don't get into personal issues, but I got some health issues with a family member. So we were at Vanderbilt University on Monday afternoon, a fine university and medical center there in Nashville, Tennessee, right downtown on Music Row. And went into Vanderbilt, saw some fine doctors and got some second opinions. And so glad we went. Glad we got back, and appreciate you guys. And Bob Reckenwald, thanks, Bob, for filling in and bringing in some good guests and a lot of good things going on.
It's funny because you came by here yesterday while we were doing the show, and you didn't pay any attention to the beginning of it. It was probably good because we spent most of that bashing you, trying to get your attention. But
I'll get you back one of these days.
So how was Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel, what's that? The restaurant?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Oh, I thought I saw a post where you said
Texas
you went
Roadhouse.
into Cracker Barrel.
Texas Roadhouse
is
in
that
Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Yeah, it was a good restaurant. Good food. Yeah.
Good steak.
I hadn't had shrimp in a long time, and they had a really nice shrimp platter that was really good. My son had the steak and enjoyed it, and it was just good.
Ain't nothing wrong with shrimp and steak.
Well, I should have got the steak too, I guess. But
I'll be there next time.
yeah, we'll go back. You bet. So.
Got to get them all.
Anyway, I'm back to my Brood Awakening coffee. Here's the Brood Awakening. He needs to be worldwide and not citywide.
Salute.
You go into Nashville. You got any Brood Awakening coffee, please? You got what?
of course, you came by yesterday and had to drink my diluted coffee.
Yeah, no comment.
That's the real coffee. Your stuff is.
I'm ready for my coffee. Brood Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. Balmer Boulevard, BRMC Lobby, and of course 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. And today being the last day of school, maybe Mike will have a little bit of time to breathe a little bit, on Balmer Boulevard, because that's been a good location for him. So got to talk to him. He says, I really felt sorry for those guys where you were gone on TV. And I said, why is that? He says, somebody forgot to make coffee one day.
Oh, how about
We did. Jerry ended up, I think, making it on the first break or something. But
yeah,
so I got a nice big bag over there to refresh the stock over here. So Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Drive by it. The 2 locations, walk into the hospital, enjoy some Brood Awakening coffee. So
now I have to tell you how I made that coffee that day.
Okay.
You had pre-made it before you left. So I walk in there and get the water in the canister. I come back. Oh, Dale already has water. So I go pour it out, come back. Sure enough, there's coffee in there. So I take the scooper out of the bucket, take it and take a scoop out of your coffee, and then I push go. So the coffee.
If you want real coffee, let me make it around here. All right. Anyway, Brood Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home, as you heard in the introduction. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. They bring you the morning prayer each and every day across the state when the need arises. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. And now let's pause for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, we've heard the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. And we just ended a major primary election, and it's over. It's now history. But now, Lord, it's time for the people of the respected political parties of Arkansas to substantiate a fact-based, honest campaign. We have it pretty good in Arkansas, and we even complain about the taxes, or even though we complain about the taxes, but at least we're not Illinois. Campaigns can't be based on one issue and finger-pointing. It's about which candidates are best to serve all people of the state of Arkansas, and I pray we can accomplish that this year, and that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
Dun,
And so,
dun, dun.
I didn't get in on the election talk yesterday, but it is what it is. And so we just come together, work together. You know,
Yep.
we've got some good candidates. Governor Asa Hutchinson, whether you agree or disagree. You got Jared Henderson, Mark West. There's some fine men out there, you know. And we're going to reach out to Jared. Jared Henderson's been here. You know, he was in, January? I think last January Jared was here. Fine man, Harvard grad. And, you know, and then we had back in the radio days, I think, what was it, a year and 3 months when Mark West, the Libertarian, announced. He's the pastor down
Yeah,
around.
because prior to that was Frank Gilbert. So
He
Mark
ran for
was
lieutenant governor on that ticket.
this year, but
Yeah.
I mean prior
Yeah.
he was going for governor.
Yeah. Mark West, you know, another fine gentleman there. So there's the candidates are out there.
Yeah.
Don't wear blinders. Oh, I think I'll vote here, you know. And so,
Yep, glad to see libertarians on the ticket because this two-party system is not how it was supposed to be. So it
And
just
so-
take a while to correct it.
you know, 3 good candidates. And so learn your candidates, folks. Just learn the candidates, you know. Morning weather brought to you by Gregg Farm Services. In the home, around the farm, in the community. Gregg Farm Services, Mountain Home in Midway. And we'll take a look at their store specials and announcements. Fish Day is coming. And let's see what else we have. Oh, now we've already got, here we go. We got to start here. Well, it's not clicking there. Anyway, get a real gift this Father's Day. And it's got a steel chainsaw sitting right there. There you go. Don't forget about their red, white, and blue sale going on through Memorial Day weekend, which is this coming weekend. The garden cart is still there at $20 off. The Husqvarna 10, 20, 30 sale continues. Great prices on Scott's topsoil for $2 for a 3/4 cubic foot. Cottonburr compost, all kinds of great deals going on right now at Gregg's Farm Services. Let me see if I can click on that. These are back. These boxes, you know, planter
There you
boxes.
go.
Ground contact or standing, either one. They range in price from $109.99 to $239.99. Heavy construction, going to be lasting for a long time. 4x4, 4x8s, 4x2, and 4x4 are available. Gregg's Farm Services in Mountain Home in Midway. And let's see what else we need to check out here. Saturday, August 11th, 2018. That's coming up fast. I mean, you know, a week from tomorrow is June 1st.
I'm not ready. This
June
whole year
1st.
is flying.
Just well, I think it
Sure
seemed
do,
like
yeah.
it turned winter right after Christmas.
Yeah.
And then in April, we were coming in here, it was like 32 degrees
Still winter.
and still winter, you know. So it seemed like we had a eternal winter. And all of a sudden, boom, here comes the heat and humidity and the thunderstorm. So here
We had a sprinter.
had a sprinter, yeah, exactly, yeah. Saturday, August 11th at the Baxter County Fairgrounds, Gregg's Wildlife Expo, Sports, Conservation, and Fun. Vendor space available. You can click this spot right here for details. You can actually register right here online. Featuring, I can't even see that with my glasses on, the Johnny Morris Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium. Ooh, that ought to be cool.
Bet.
The Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium featuring that. Ooh, wow, that's going to be fun. Got to get out there for that. Anyway, Gregg's Farm Services, Mountain Home and Midway.
And vendor spot is only $25.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
incredibly cheap. So if you have
Yeah.
a business, a service industry business especially, I would highly recommend getting out there.
Yeah. Gregg's Farm Services, Highway 126 in Gassville, Arkansas, and Bradley Drive in Mountain Home. Gregg Farm Services brings the morning weather. And this morning we're looking at temperature-wise 65 degrees in Mountain Home, 63 at Harrison, Hardy at 70 already, Mountain View at 63, 66 at Yellville, Marshall at 63, Calico Rock at 65, 63 in St. Louis, 67 in southeast Missouri at Poplar Bluff, southwest Missouri 64 degrees, 67 in south central Missouri. In contrast, Watford City, a heat wave there at 55 degrees. I'm going to refresh this real quick. Scooter's going to put it on the screen.
I'll let
for
you
us.
refresh it and I'll bring it up. There it
This is your national radar right here. We'll start in the northern part of the country. Minnesota, Wisconsin getting some shower activity right now. North Dakota at the Canadian border getting a little bit of shower activity. Then in Nebraska and South Dakota, extreme South Dakota, northern Nebraska, moving east, there's a little shower activity there, and it kind of breaks off and forms another little cell. Oklahoma, Kansas, a little bit in Texas, and in Arkansas and Missouri. I'm going to click north central Arkansas right here. And you can see that line that we have stretching from Jonesboro, just north of Batesville, back over to West Plains. It's affecting Sharp, Fulton, Independence. That would be Lawrence County, maybe Randolph County a little bit, Greene County. And it's affecting Highway 62, 412 East, Highway 167 and 67, along with Highway 63 and Interstate 555 at this moment.
Did y'all get any rain yesterday?
I built a boat and floated halfway across town.
I guarantee you, people put out baby tomato plants, they are destroyed because that thing was pounding.
Wow, we did. Yeah, I was over at Rowdy Kelly's working out when it came through. And I had my vehicle parked where I could see the double glass doors like every business has. And I could see the driver's window, and I saw this streak of lightning reflected in the glass of the vehicle. Thought, ooh, and, that was just to the north about 3 or 4 miles, but we were still getting some pounding rain. 2:30, 2:45, something like that, I think. Yeah, man, it was something.
Bad.
State of Arkansas showing, so of course they've got the intensity on the radar pulled up pretty high. You can see just scattered showers. Now some of this the lighter blue may not even be hitting the ground because it may just be picking up the moisture in the atmosphere. I'm going to say for now, with what's going on in northeast and north central Arkansas, that's going to be really the only thing hitting the ground. Other than 62, 412 east and west and the highways around Batesville and Jonesboro, rest of the state highways are clear at this time. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55. The 555 in Jonesboro will be affected a little bit by the shower activity going on. We'll back this out and we'll hit the state of Missouri real quick. We'll take a look at St. Louis area that gets St. Louis and Illinois. A little bit of shower activity northwest of West Plains, but the metro area, metro east, St. Louis, I-64, I-70 looks good going out of St. Louis, along with 44, 70, and 55 coming into St. Louis. Not bad at this time. Southwest Missouri coming up, you see the remnants of that shower around West Plains. That does stretch up just east of Springfield. That'll affect Highway 60 and 160 and Highway 63 in Missouri right there. And so Joplin picking up a little bit of shower activity that's coming in from state of Kansas. That affects I-44 and what else? 160 and Highway 60, I think. Anyway, what do you think?
How about the forecast?
Rain. Rain, 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 rain. The forecast for, I need to pull this up faster.
Oh,
But
you're fine. People don't get in a big hurry in the morning. They're just drinking their coffee, taking their time.
I think yesterday we had like a 20% chance or 30% chance. If that was 20 or 30%, I hate to see 80 or 90 with all that rain. Wow.
Multiply it by 4.
Yeah, there you go. 30% chance today, 20% tonight. I have a feeling, though, with all this, the heat and humidity is here. We got a 65-degree dew point with 100% humidity with a 65 degree, and that's why you get the fog. Anytime the dew point and the temperature meet, that's where your fog starts in. And so, once that dew point starts to drop, we get a little bit warmer atmosphere. The temperature goes up, the dew point drops, then the fog will go away. But right now, you'll see on the screen here, 65-degree dew point with a 65-degree temperature, and you can see the fog in the valleys right here. Anyway, rain chances 30% today, 20% tonight, Friday, 50 to 30%, and we just have, I call it these pop-up popcorn showers. You never know where they're going to develop. The heat and humidity, the conditions are favorable. And like that one yesterday, developed over Mountain Home. It stayed over Mountain Home, and it just washed the pollen all the way down the river.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It was puddling in the yard, man. And it didn't take long either.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it came down hard. It did. So.
Something about College Street now, it goes underwater. When you drive a little bitty car with 3 inches of clearance, you know it.
Mm-hmm. What do we got coming up community-wise, Jerry?
All right. Well, rain, hopefully the rain will hold off today. Today, 6 p.m., Bomber football spring game. It's the annual Blue Gold spring game. Admission is free. However, donations of full-size towels or body wash are appreciated.
We used to call it the soap and towel game.
Yeah, that's what Rectum Wall called it, too.
Yeah.
So you got that going on today. Also today, starting at 4 p.m., you have the Bomber Bells. They'll be at Pizza Inn.
Yeah, they've got that on the market. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, fundraiser for.
That's awesome. I'm glad they put it up there.
Yeah, Ramada Inn. So come on in tonight. They'll be your host and your whole waitress staff. I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Yep.
So tip very well because that money goes to a very good program. And when you're in that, I don't
know
care.
Well, I'll be eating, and
Yeah, for starters.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah. And after you eat there at 4, you go to the game at 6, and then get on out to Baxter County Fairgrounds. Tonight at 6, the FFA is going to start serving catfish dinners. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, and they're also going to have an auction there. So all 3 of those are going on tonight. And have some.
Did I hear pancake breakfast at Alley White coming up?
Yeah, that's where I'm scrolling.
You got to give him time. He
getting there,
scrolls
Dale.
only. His finger moves as fast as his car. It's
And
real
y'all,
slow.
we were joking off air, but when I'm gonna get with Roller, pre-plan my stuff, I'm gonna put the clause in there. You will drive 20 miles below the speed limit. Just one last time to hold up 62.
Just that car. Everybody else goes and waits.
No.
I would like to see him drive that fast.
I want all of 62 just to shut it down, man. All right, the Alley White Coffee and Donuts at American Legion Post 52. They're having a that'd be pancake dinners or pancake breakfast. That's at 9 a.m. Also,
Check that again. You sure it's at 9?
It says on Saturday at 9.
Really? Normally they start till 7:30. No, we'll go with what they say.
Well, coffee and donuts.
Yeah.
That same day, this is very important. We've had Lester White on a couple times now, but the American Legion baseball cake and pie auction. Rack of ribs, $25. You can get 5 racks for $100, or you can just buy a rib dinner for $15. And they're going to have an exhibition game at 7 o'clock. Now the ribs, you can start buying them at 3 o'clock, and it goes till whenever. So get on out to Cooper Park.
A lot of fun.
Yep.
All right, 7:17. We better take a quick break and start talking FFA unless you got something else.
Well, one more thing.
One more thing.
Scrolling.
That's it. For our folks in Cotter, they need help too out there. This is and I'm not familiar with it, so if y'all are, please chime in, or maybe even Mr. Lewis. But this is benefit for the Cotter Future Business Leaders. I assume that means of America.
FBLA.
And they're going to have Sunday at 11 a.m. at Bobby Sue's Restaurant in Mountain Home. They're going to donate $8 for every barbecue dinner purchase to these students, and another $2 will go. $2 of the 8 will go on the meal, but apparently they're going to be making $6 profit plus tips. So that's Sunday at 11 for the Cotter Future Business Leaders of America. So get out there and help them.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Awesome.
7:18. Time for a quick break. We'll be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys, and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's coming up on 7/22 on this Thursday, and Jerry, Mountain Home FFA, am I correct?
That's it. It's a big deal. I'd never been in FFA growing up, but everybody in the country is aware of the program. But I wasn't aware of how many different facets of the program there are, and it's a bunch of them. And we're very privileged to have Mr. Lewis. I just want to thank you down there. This year you come in and did phenomenal, man. Even Dr. Long, he was saying, yeah, Mr. Lewis is doing it right.
Well, it's pretty neat to be able to work at a school and work with, I don't know, what's pretty neat about Mountain Home is we actually have the largest ag teacher. So we have 5 different ag teachers that teach agriculture at Mountain Home. And we are by far the largest chapter in the state of Arkansas. So what is pretty neat about our program, and talking about it being so diverse, it allows us, all 5 of us, sort of take a different direction and run with maybe our interest a little bit more and really provide awesome opportunities and a vast array of opportunities for our students. So
let me ask you a quick question. When you talk about agriculture, and we talk about a lot about this in the political realm, how many different facets of agriculture? Because you've got the timber industry, and you think ag, right? Oh, farmers. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's break that down. How many facets of agriculture in Arkansas?
Well, what makes agriculture so unique is how diverse it really truly is. I mean, here in north central Arkansas, probably 2 of the biggest facets of agriculture that we see is, of course, the livestock industry, as far as the cattle industry, and it's going to be timber. But I mean, you go as far as, a matter of fact, I went to Paragould the other day, so you drive 2 hours east of here, and you are in some of the most prime row crop delta agriculture in the nation, and not alone the state, but in the nation. So what makes Arkansas pretty unique, and I've heard several people say this, we are probably the only state in the United States that would be able to border off our walls, and we could survive because it is so diverse. And I think agriculture is a great opportunity for not necessarily students to get in, but only 2% of the population is directed in the realm of agriculture. Whereas probably if we went back 30, 40, 50 years ago, that number is a whole lot higher. So with the 2% of the population being in agriculture and providing all the food, fiber for us, it's a little scary. So what's pretty neat is trying to get students interested in agriculture, maybe not going into agriculture as a profession or a career, but just have the knowledge of what it truly is. And what sort of, I shouldn't say scary, but what is scary about the society nowadays is how everybody just thinks it comes from Walmart, you know, and I don't know. We have to keep promoting agriculture and keep getting interest in making people aware of our practices and what we do and why we do the things we do in order to feed the population that we have and our growing population. So,
you know, you talk about going to Paragould. I was in Northeast Arkansas going and returning from Nashville. I've seen rice, corn, soybeans, cotton, and I think I saw wheat in Tennessee. And what, can they grow wheat that far south?
Yes, I believe so. And what they do, you're going to, when you get to talking about row crops, you sort of get out of my realm. But what a lot of people do, of course, with the wheat is they grow that during the winter, which replenishes the soil, replenishes the nitrogen. So that, I shouldn't say they're money crops, but they're money crops. So they can plant it and it sort of replenishes and recyclable. Yeah.
Because normally when I go to Nashville, I go through Dyersburg, which is Interstate 155.
Right.
So you're at Kennett, Missouri, and then, of course, Paragould, Arkansas. This time I came through a different way, but still there's a lot of corn, cotton, rice, soybeans. Well, coming back on 155, I thought, that looks like wheat.
Right.
And I didn't think that would grow that far south, because Illinois, of course, in Illinois, southern Illinois, I saw it all the time.
Right. Well, and I know I can speak sort of personally. My father-in-law, which they live in southeast Oklahoma, right on the Texas Red River. Red River runs right through their farm they have down there. I know that they plant and grow wheat tremendously down there during the winter.
Really?
But now what they're doing, they're not doing it so much to harvest it. They're using it for their cattle, and they're running their cattle and grazing their cattle through the winter on it. So I know whenever in central Arkansas, I lived down there and taught down there for 3 years, seen quite a bit of it being planted in central Arkansas as well. So, and one
is that what they called winter wheat?
Winter wheat,
winter
yes,
wheat.
sir.
Okay, yeah.
So, and one of the industries that I sort of missed a while ago, or facets of it, poultry. I mean, you think of Arkansas and you think of Tyson's, which is the world-leading producer in proteins in meat, and so there's a lot of poultry industry in this part of the world, poultry and turkey and chicken. So, but.
And then, of course, you get your timber, which is southern and southeast. Is that Weyerhaeuser down there?
Yeah.
Is that part of Weyerhaeuser?
Weyerhaeuser, basically, I shouldn't say.
No, they're big in Mississippi.
They're big in South Arkansas and sort of the southeast and southwest. And what's pretty neat about the timber industry in the state of Arkansas, I actually had some ninth graders this year that was on the forestry team. And whenever we'd go out and we're learning our tree ID and all this this spring, up here we got hardwoods. You drive 3 hours south, 3.5 hours south, and boy, the landscape totally changes. And we went to a contest in FFA contest, judging contest in Hampton, and we got south of Little Rock, and one of them said, all they have is pine. Right. And
go to Mississippi.
Yep. So, you know, what makes agriculture so unique is, depending on what part of the world you live in, it's all the same, but it's so different in different spots. So, and what we're able to provide. So.
Interesting. And so we are a very diverse state when it comes to this agri. So, you girls here, what's your interest in FFA? What's your focal point, Shane?
Well, whenever I get out of college, I really want to be an ag teacher, and
what's your focus going to be? Is it going to be with cattle, poultry, or with
pigs?
Crop? Really? Yeah.
Pigs.
Ooh,
he got me
on the
into
bacon.
pigs.
Yeah. Look at Jerry laughing down here. There you go, bud.
Yeah.
Maybe you just sell directly to Scooter here to say middleman.
No.
Because I ate my share of bacon there at his restaurant.
No, I'm starting to show livestock this year, and I'm really excited about it.
Really?
And I hope next year to have more than just one animal. But yeah, I'm really big into livestock. And recently we just went to state for CCM, and I went for Creed and CCM in
what's CCM?
Conduct of chapter meetings.
Okay.
It's opening and closing ceremony.
Y'all are like the hospital. They talk ER, MRI, CHE.
Yeah.
We don't know what those mean.
No, and it has parley in the middle of it. Just a small portion, though. But No, I'm really excited about next year because Mr. Lewis is going to be helping me with public STEM speaking.
Yeah, prepared public speaking. So, and Haley, you can sort of chime in. You can sort of explain maybe what the CCM is, as far as like leadership, sort of what y'all had to do as far as the public speaking and all that aspect that went into it.
Yeah, see, like in classes we have oral communications, which is speech, and you learn how to like give proper speeches and talk in front of the class. But CCM, which is conduct of chapter meetings, it explains it a little bit more. Like it puts a topic onto the floor and you can debate over and over and over about it.
So basically, in what what they sort of experienced as far as that's what we consider our leadership development events, and that's our 9th grade only contest. So only 9th grade students are allowed to compete in it. So basically what it does is it's nothing more than a speaking contest, and I think that's, we're talking about agriculture and the lost art, but I think our leadership events that we have does a great job of, well, for instance, I don't know, most 9th graders would be scared to death to be sitting here and talking on this broadcast. So in trying to teach the students not necessarily how to speak, but not to be scared to speak in front of people, because welcome to life. You have to learn how to communicate and communicate correctly. So,
with that, we need to take a break. 7:31 on this Thursday. Be right back. More with Mountain Home FFA after this.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
You already know that Ferris mowers are the only mowers on the market with a patented spring suspension system, saving you time in the seat, less back stress, and a professional even cut every time. You already know that Mower Warehouse is the only area dealership that will accept your mower trade-in. But did you know that a truckload of discounted 2017 models just arrived at Mower Warehouse, allowing you the pleasure of saving hundreds of dollars on your next mower purchase of a new Ferris or Simplicity zero-turn machine? Come check out the parking lot sale at Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
It is 7:34. We want to thank our fine sponsors for Down on the Corner for sponsoring this program, and there's room for more, so give Jerry a call sometime. And we're talking to Mr. Lewis and some other members of the Mountain Home FFA. Why don't you tell your names on the air? So,
I'm Cheyenne Hogan.
I'm Haley Schulten.
There you go. I don't know what time of year it is, but on RFD TV they have the National FFA televised. I'm very impressed with that program, and my understanding is that over the past couple of years we've had some top elected FFA students on the national scene, on the national stage? Are you going to reach that plateau? Because from what I understand, this chapter here, I mean, you can say we're the best in state, but I'm going to say you're probably the best in the Midwest. Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, Illinois.
We're pretty proud of what, and of course this is my first year here, and the tradition has definitely been built, and which I'm a product of this chapter. If it wasn't for this program, I wouldn't be standing here today and have the interest and the opportunities that were provided to me. But yeah, we actually have a student this year, a former student, Macy Kelly. She served as a state officer about 2 years ago, I guess, and we had a state officer this past year, Bree Cannon, as well. But Macy got elected, or was asked to run by the state of Arkansas as our national officer candidate. So this fall, in October, at Indianapolis, she will go up and go through very serious interviews and go through election process. So we're really excited and hoping that we can have a national officer, which there's only 7 of them across the nation, and it's pretty hard to get to that plateau as far as just being one of the 50 to be representative and have a chance to make the top 7. But so we're pretty excited about Macy having that opportunity this fall, and I think next year we're probably going to have 2 or 3 students that's interested in running for state office as well. So we're constantly having students that's wanting to seek those higher leadership levels across the state, or not only in our state association, but also in the national association as well. So.
I'm very impressed with that program that comes out of Indianapolis.
Right.
Very impressed.
What's pretty unique or pretty neat about it, we are actually, the National FFA is the largest youth organization in the world.
Really?
It's up to about 650,000 members is what it is. If you've never been to national convention, one of the FFA national conventions, it's pretty neat because basically it's a week long, normally about the third or fourth week in October, and there'll be over 50, I think last year there's 57,000 FFA members across the nation that
That's
come
impressive.
to Indianapolis. Basically, when you're downtown Indianapolis, all you see is corduroy jackets. Everybody looks the same. It's a pretty unique deal and event that they put on, and everybody's there sort of for the same goal, same mission. And we actually have, I want to say, 15 students that'll be competing on the national level this year.
Good.
So very excited about that opportunity as well.
So through FFA, I want to talk to the students here. What do you learn about yourselves and rediscover that you never thought you could do that you're doing now?
Something that I discovered about myself was I'm not as shy as I thought I was. Whenever I got into...
So you have to take the shy out of Cheyenne?
Yeah. Whenever I started with Creed and stuff, I was so nervous the first time that I said it, even in front of Mr. Lewis's class. And I was like really nervous. And then the more I said it, like I was more comfortable with myself and with saying
So how do you
stuff.
build that confidence?
Well, you start small, of course. And I started with Mr. Lewis's classroom, then I'd head over to Mr. Baker's. And at sub area, I sat in front of 3 people that I didn't even know, which were 3 different judges. And I mean, that kind of helped me. And then I got to compete at state, which was really nice, and I wasn't that bad anymore.
I think that the leadership development events, LDEs, they helped me a lot with life skills. Like, I can talk in front of a group a lot more properly. And Miss Albright, one of our directors, she gave me enthusiasm, like when I'm speaking, because most people, when they're scared, they're monotone. But she gave me enthusiasm to slow down, be passionate about what I'm speaking. And this helped me a lot because it showed me life skills and that I can actually do this. And you're going to have to speak for an interview one day in a lifetime. So that's pretty much it, yeah.
So now once you get your platform with FFA, let's talk about hog farms.
Yeah.
Okay, literally, I mean, where would we wouldn't have sausage and bacon, literally, or pork chops, you know. So if you're passionate about that, how will you develop your platform to convince me that that's the right thing to do? See what I'm saying here? You understand? Because I don't know, and I'm proud that you're going into this because it's needed.
Well, Mr. Lewis can talk hogs all day long. So he knows way more about it than I do. I'm just starting with it.
Well, I think what we try to do, regardless of what it is, but with students, is find something, maybe not necessarily, or find something that they're interested in, but is to advocate, like what we were talking about, agriculture being so diverse, just teaching students and making them aware of what is out there. Yeah. I've had former students that are in several different aspects of the agriculture industry. Both my wife and I are very passionate. Of course, grew up in the agriculture industry, grew up on a farm, so I think just making students aware of what's out there, and not only aware, but knowing why we do the practices that we do. Yeah. I think there's so much negative publicity in agriculture today. You know, you go to the grocery store, it's a prime example. You have all the hormone-free products, you have all the grass-fed products, which is all good, but in order to feed the population that we are, now we hadn't fed hormones to livestock in many years anyways. We're not pumping chickens full of hormones. Mm-hmm. That's never been the case, right. But depending on which side you listen to. So teaching students how to advocate and explain to the population of why we use the practices that we do, because I mean, with that stat a while ago, if only 2% of the world's population, or the U.S. population, is involved in agriculture, it's going to be hard to feed this many people without.
Well, and something else that just popped into my mind here is the fact that on my way back from point A, point B, from Nashville to Murfreesboro, I stopped at a farm called Hatcher's Dairy at College Grove, Tennessee. They have a family dairy that was established in the 1800s. Mm-hmm. Dairy farms. And they used to be popular around here 50, 60, 70 years ago, right after World War II.
Right.
What happened to the dairy farm?
Well,
and is that an interest to anybody?
Well, what makes agriculture so promising but also so challenging is the cost associated with it. And with the dairy farms, what has happened is there's not a whole lot of money in it, and it's a lot like poultry farming. If you bite off into that industry, it is 24/7. Yep. There is no days off, and it is a family. It has to be a family-ran deal because
Christmas morning at 4:30, you're milking the cows.
And same way, you know, even if you own chicken houses, it never ends. And to work that hard and not get a huge net return on it, I think has drove a lot of the farmers out as far as in the dairy industry, because it's there's so much fluctuation. I mean, you can go to the grocery store and matter of fact, you know, this has been probably about a month ago. Luckily, I'm very fortunate that has a wife that spoils me, and I don't have to go grocery shopping. But I walked in, and I think milk was like $2.98, and I asked my wife, I said, how long has it been like this? When did it get so cheap? You know, so there's so much fluctuation in it. But
in 1972, my uncle would come from St. Louis down here. He was helping us with some work. And my parents would say, here's $5, bring us some milk, because he could get milk at the dairy in O'Fallon, Illinois for 90 cents a gallon as compared to $1.05 here.
Right.
So we're saving 15 cents on a gallon. 93 cents for a gallon of milk at the dairy. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, when I was working one of the election cycles, I think it was 10 or 12, there was an article came out on one of the news feeds on a dairy farm. If you spill raw milk on the ground, you have to call a hazmat team to come and clean up the mess, and they take 1 foot of the dirt away because of the milk fat is considered to be hazardous waste.
Well,
is the regulations is what it boils down to of how stupid we've gotten with some of this stuff.
Well, and that's my wife works actually in She does all the she works for a meat processing company out of Central Arkansas that has about 5 different slaughter facilities. And they process, 5 different species, all the red meat, and actually do poultry as well. And what her job is, she does all the, she works with the USDA to make sure that the plant and their slaughter processes are in compliance with the USDA. And what I have learned just sort of listening to her talking about regulations, and it's there for the public safety, and I think that's where a lot of people miss, that is, those regulations need to be there because we're trying to produce a safe, good product for consumers out there, but man, there's a lot of regulations.
We trip over ourselves with the regulations. I mean, you're going to spill some milk on the ground.
And that's what makes agriculture in today's society so challenging, is because there are so many regulations out there, and we're trying to meet it and produce a good product for the consumers.
Even Congressman Crawford was sitting with me one time, and of course he's very big in the agri industry, and there was people actually trying to regulate how much dust was stirred up when plowing a field.
Right.
And that's how crazy it can get. 7:46 on this Thursday, visiting with Mountain Home FFA. We need to take a quick break. Scooter, be right back. All right.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless. If you want the best.
$7:48, finishing out the show with Mountain Home FFA, and we've got a big catfish dinner. When, Jerry?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, rain or shine, Baxter County Fairgrounds. The list is phenomenal to read, but I'll just give you a little touch on what is up for auction. The auction's at 7 o'clock. Dinner tonight. Dinner starts at 6, but they're going to have a 1950s International Harvester tractor, 1999 Dodge passenger van, a 1992 Chevrolet flatbed 4x4 farm truck, 10 cattle panels, 120 anti-roll fuel tank. It's a haul tank, 15 gallons a minute, 12-volt fill-right pump with hose and nozzle. And I'm not kidding, man. There's over 100 other sponsors and stuff up here. One sponsor to the mint is the Old Time Restaurant, and
good job, Scooter.
So they got like Driftwood Lanes. You get 10 free games of bowling, and Farm Bureau 1-year membership, Estes Mobile Oil, 5 oil changes, Gaston's brunch for 2. Holly's Jewelry, 3 bracelets. Joe's True Value, a turkey fryer. Who don't need a turkey fryer? And you got Kent Chevrolet gift cards. And it's a very long list. So if you want to get on Facebook, whatever, go to Mountain Home FFA. And one thing I want to touch on, Dr. Long was in here and said we're getting a greenhouse.
Yes, sir. So we are actually in the process of probably, hopefully, in the next month, actually breaking ground and getting that construction process started. But over the last 2 months, we've been trying to go out and seek bids and all that, and try to decide what type of facility that we're wanting. But I think the facility that we narrowed down on and are going to receive next year is it's going to be a 30 by 90 greenhouse that's going to be fully automated with irrigation systems, fertilizer injectors, different tables for starting seeds and seedlings. I think it's going to be should be one of the nicest, if not the nicest greenhouse in the state of Arkansas as far as when you're talking about education purposes. So at schools and stuff. So we're super excited about that opportunity and be diving off into offering maybe a little bit more knowledge in the plant sciences, where in the past our programs relied pretty heavily on the livestock industry and sort of the forestry and also the manufacturing industry with all the shop courses and all that. So we're super excited about the greenhouse. Hopefully this time next year, or maybe a little earlier than this, I can come back and we'll be talking about the plant sale that we'll be having as a fundraiser as well, and offering that to the population, or the general public. So we're excited about the partnerships that right now I guess our main focus is just getting it built, and then once we get it built, maybe trying to find out some partnerships within the community that we can start working with, and getting the students hand-on experience, and maybe start putting some students in that line of work. So
for students, like, well, you're going into 10th or 11th next year, y'all? 10th grade. Okay, when these girls are starting to look for college, and we're looking at hog farm, or some may be looking at crops with this greenhouse, what colleges, say within 500 to 800 miles, would be more conducive to help these young people pursue their education? If you had to pick, say, 5 different colleges between...
Well, in the state of Arkansas, there's actually we have there are 5 major universities in the state of Arkansas that dive really deep into agriculture. Of course, we have our land grant institution at Fayetteville, the University of Arkansas, and they have a phenomenal agriculture program over there, depending on what route you want to go. If you want to go into ag economics and ag business, it is probably one of the premier schools in a 500-mile radius for that. They have a great agriculture education program there as well, but they also have a weed and crop science over there that has a great program as well. Now, of course, Jonesboro is going to be, and U of A also has a phenomenal animal science program. Whenever you go over to Jonesboro, they're going to be more primarily into the row crop, into the weed and crop science, and they're probably the best weed and crop science in the state because, well, it's in their backyard, and they should be, with just sort of where they're geographically located. And then you have Southern Arkansas University, which is in Magnolia, Arkansas, which is basically the same spot in the state, just on the opposite end, which is where I graduated from and went to school. You have Arkansas Tech, which is in Russellville. They have a phenomenal ag business program, and they actually started an ag education program about 4 years ago. And I'm good friends with one of the professors in that department down there, Dr. Killingsworth, and he has been doing a phenomenal job. And we actually have a former student, Carson, I just went blank. It'll come to me here in a second. But anyways, Carson's graduating next fall in December with an ag ed degree as well, so he'll be student teaching next fall. But so what makes it pretty unique is we not in our state's borders, we have a lot of great institutions and colleges that are really good in agriculture and promote it, and which, I mean, in the state that we live in, agriculture is our #1 industry. And I know maybe in where we live, it's a little more tourism driven, and we don't see just a whole lot of production agriculture here. But you just drive an hour west to Harrison, and you talk about cattle. It is cattle country and poultry country, and
then get off over into Jonesboro and Paragould.
Right.
There you go. Crops.
So pretty neat. But no, to sort of hit our FFA auction again, we're super excited about that. This is one of our biggest fundraisers that we do every year. Of course, we got our fish fry starting at 6, and then the live auction starts at 7 tonight. Where all these funds go, talking about all the trips and all the contests and activities that we provide or try to provide for our students, this helps pay the cost. Of course, the more money we can raise, the less cost we have to take out of their pocket to do it. But we have a lot of great items donated, as you were reading off a while ago. The students in the shop courses have been working and building items. There's a handmade rocking chair that the students made. We have some bar stools that they made, feed troughs, planters, fire pit that they made actually yesterday. The list goes on and on. So I think there's a lot of great auction items to show up and have, and of course it all goes back to Mountain Home FFA. It is tax deductible, so since we are a nonprofit, so if that helps anybody out, I know it helps me out on my taxes every year as far as farm taxes. But so we are a 501(c), so it is tax deductible. So anything that you spend there, you can count off on your taxes as well. So
wow. Final 2 minutes. Who wants the last couple of words here, ladies? Anything?
I would just say that, especially in FFA, there's something for everyone, because this whole world is basically, like, a big part of it is FFA, it's agriculture. And so because I want to be a wildlife biologist, so I'm going to SIU, and I'm being a completer in animal science from high school.
Did you say SIU?
SAU, sorry.
SAU, okay, Southern Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah, and so I, especially to my little brother, I stressed this on him, and I told him, I was like, you need to join FFA. Agriculture is like the whole world, and there's always something everybody can do in FFA.
Yeah.
So
I'm very impressed with this chapter. Jerry, you got some thoughts down there?
Oh, if you want to run through a few things you're going to get
go ahead.
Here, we can do that. Dailies, a fly rod. You get 1,000 pounds of show winter quarry marina. Oh, I'm sorry, show winter. It's food. You get 1,000 pounds of feed. Plumley Tire is a sponsor. Got mineral feeders, gift cards from like Letty's, KT's Barbecue, knife set from Jackson Rental. There is all kinds of stuff here, and that is a big deal for these kids to be able to travel.
And one thing I want to hit on, yes, we want to have a big crowd, but we want to thank the sponsors and the local businesses. What's pretty unique that I don't know, I grew up here, but being away for 10 years and getting to come back, it's almost, sometimes this year I felt like I was new to the area again. There's been so much change. But what's so unique about this community is how much support that they have, not only for our school systems, but for our students. So we want to thank all the sponsors that donated. And like Jerry said, we could read the list. There's a ton of them. And so we're very appreciative of that, and we hope that we can raise a lot of money tonight, so for our students. So.
Come on out, 6 o'clock for the dinner and 7 o'clock for the auction.
Yep.
Scooter, you got a final word in there? You've been kind of quiet today over there doing all the engineering work.
I've been just listening. I'm enjoying this show. It's going by quick.
Fun. Yeah.
You enjoy it. I guess time just flies.
And you know, how many times have you heard me talk about rice, cotton, soybeans, and cotton over there in northeast Arkansas and southeast Missouri, and it just kind of comes to light when you talk with FFA over here. So, you know, I mean, it's a real thing. It's a major part of Arkansas and Missouri. So
damn, we just scratched the surface on this show.
True.
You start getting into the technology side of it with the GPS and the smartphones.
I was going to say, in the CNC, Mr. Carpenter, I'll put a plug in here real quick. he does
10
CAD.
seconds.
Okay, CAD programming and teaching students about CAD software. So the technology side of things is out there as
Right
well.
there. Got to run. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.